Hey guys, Tomboy601, and welcome to Forza Motorsport. That's right, the newest entry in the long-awaited Xbox racing series, one that I've been waiting for a long time. Usually these come out right around when the console launches, but you know, it's been a minute for Forza. Today, we're diving into multiplayer. We're doing the familiarization / rating races, and I think we have some interesting, okay races. I don't know. The point of these is just to kind of let the game judge our skill and our safety rating to then put us with players of a similar skill level a little bit in. So, with that all said, let's get to the first race, or at least, well, practice for it. Now, this time out in Forza Motorsport, they are breaking the multiplayer lobbies into like 3 little sections, and I do have to give them props for it. I think this is a very good implementation of it. Previously, if you joined a lobby and there was already a race going on in it, you just kind of watched it until they got to go around. Now, you get thrown into a practice session of the track that you guys will be racing on, which, beautiful, because let me tell you, I do not know these tracks well. So this gives you an opportunity to learn these tracks. Our first race here is on Laguna Seca, the short circuit of it. You kind of take out one bit of the U. It makes it a little bit more ovally, if you will. Of course, there's still some technical corners, and of course, the world-famous corkscrew turn that we're about to go through up here. But you get to kind of drive around, get your bearings on the track, kind of practice a good chunk, which is exactly what we like to do. And once you do that, you can head into qualifying, and that's what this footage of right here is. Us going through our qualifying. You get 3 timed laps, and you can see we're coming in to try and finish off this lap cleanly. We've done pretty well so far. Guy up in first is at a 1 minute 8 second. We're a bit behind the pace to be at a 1:08, but let's see quite where we finish. So 110, and that's going to put us in second place, which is, hey, a pretty decent qualifying. Now, we do have 2 more laps. We are going to improve, but also have some errors on another lap. So we're going to end at a 109, and then at the last second, have second place snatched to us, with us actually going to end up starting in 3rd position. And here we are on the race grid. Now, this is a very fun little section. Basically, it's going to let you scroll through, see everyone else, see what tire they're going to start on, which is important as far as grip levels go, and also their fuel load. You're going to start with a lot more extra fuel than you need to, so, well, it's best to trim that down because that can save you a good chunk of time on the track. One thing to note, we do have some competitors starting behind us on the soft tire, and, well, let's see if that ends up working out for them. Right, so start of the race, we are starting, like we said, number 3, which means we are directly behind the leader, and, well, away we go. Now, one thing to note off the start, our friend up in second initially ghosts, which tells us he's not going to have the best of connections, which means we do need to be a little bit worried about him. We can see how he's just dancing around on the thing. This could be a netcode thing, but it seems so far the netcode's been pretty solid throughout this, but he is definitely dancing, kind of pushing it to the limits. That does get me a little afraid whether he's going to glitch off. We're going to take the inside line, giving him plenty of space on the outside, and that brings us up into second. Though our friend behind us did get a better finish, we'll be sure to try to give him enough room on the outside, remembering that we are trying to be safe, though we do end up getting tapped by one of them, sending us just off of line and into not quite the gravel, but almost the gravel, and down to 4th place. 3rd and 4th really scrapping it back in 4th, Mr. Andy and Mr. Creamy, as we go off slightly right here, saying it's not the best up for this final thing. We do have to kind of stop short here to avoid contact, but that ends up concertining the rest of the field behind us. And this is both a blessing and a curse. It is going to give us a little bit of room. We do have 2 competitors directly behind us as we drop down into 5th right here. We're trying to give him enough room. We've kind of established our line on the outside, and he's going to go ahead, bump us off. We're just trying to stay on the asphalt, try to recover, because now, well, we're in a recovery drive. We do have enough space all around to try to kind of make this all work, but right now we do just need to get our head down, because we have dropped a significant number of places in the opening salvos of this race. Corkscrew corner coming up. We are down just a tad on the opening lap, which isn't the best, but we do make up some decent time right here in the corkscrew, putting us right back on the tail of these guys. Go a little bit wide, and our friend Mr. White, well, he is Mr. Dirt now as he goes off into the gravel, and we are now up into 5th. We're covering one of those positions, and we are now on the tail of Mr. Wildcatucutis 562725, just 0.6 seconds behind him, but he is carrying a half-second penalty. That is one of the nice things about Forza. They are letting you know about the penalties that each driver is currently carrying, and so far that stewarding system has been doing, I think, a pretty good job as we replicate our error in qualifying, and this time costing us a lot more and putting Gustavo SVCE directly on our tail as he gets a good drive on us here. We are trying to now recover from that big error. We're still up on lap time somehow, which is crazy, but this is going to be rough as Gustavo tries to send it down the inside. We cover him off right there, and now we're out of the corkscrew, and we do need to just kind of get our hands down. We can see Gustavo looking to dive on the inside. Gustavo's all about that dive on the inside. We're trying to cover things off. We take the error right here. We know he's going to have a better drive. We're going to go ahead and give him the inside line right here because we are not going to recover that. But we are going to try the old switcheroo, i.e. getting a better drag out of the corner, and that's just what we do. Gustavo's going to move over to the left, block us, move over to the right, block us, move over to the left again as we still have the better drive, forcing us off the track. At this point, we're going to come back just a little bit. We do end up picking up a penalty from that. We get another good drive, and Gustavo just wants to block. So, well, we can see, while we showed him some courtesy in letting the faster car through, he's not going to. We're going to stick it on the inside here and just give him a little bit of a love tap towards the outside. We showed him the courtesy. F him for not showing the courtesy back. I'm just kidding. But Gustavo not going to be too thrilled with our pathing method as he tries to torpedo us, but fails miserably as we can see him coming back on the course in the rear of the in the rear view mirror. And well, that's going to be pretty much the excitement as we are just going to kind of get our heads down. You know, we have a 3-second gap to the guy up front. We have Gustavo is going to be a 2.5-second gap to the guy in our rear. But it is important to remember just to keep your head down, try and drive, because, well, you never know when the guy in front is going to end up making a fatal error. And on lap 6, Mr. Walkuskuskus ends up driving off, giving us 4th place. So we've recovered a couple of our spots, and then we just have to bring it home clean. If we recall back to the beginning of the race, Mr. Wall back there, he was one of the soft tire runners. What I think is occurring right now is his tires have gone completely off as he both went off there, and then at that last corner, the soft tires not making it the race distance here, which, you know, good to see that there was some strategy pick, though it defaults you to the mediums, but that's going to go ahead and let us finish the race off in 4th. Now, that's not going to be the only race we're showing today. Initially, I wanted to show off a race from each of the tracks that are in this qualifying sort of round, but, well, the footage got corrupted on one. But here is the second race. Here is Hakone Club Circuit. We are in qualifying right now on our final lap. This is going to be our best lap. Hakone, all about the flow state. It is all about linking those corners together with minimal input as possible, trying to carry as much speed. The old switcheroo, as Crofty would say, does have immense power here. It is definitely a track where if you come into a corner, you brake early, and you get a good drag out of the couple of sharp corners, you're going to bring speed throughout the entire rest of the lap. Just be warned. Anyways, here is the finish of our qualifying. Currently, we're in third place, but we are very close and we are on track to bring ourselves into pole position. And that is exactly what we do, taking pole for our second race. Right, well, we did the hard work in qualifying. Let's see if we can maintain our position here in first place. Away we go, and we're going to be immediately under pressure. Now, we do need to be on the lookout for our competition, specifically number 3, Sergeant Squab. He was much faster than us all through practice. I think he had a little bit of an off qualifying. So right now he is my main threat. As we miss the gear shift there, that's going to hurt us all along this back stretch right here. Of course, Squab doing the smart thing at this moment, tucking in to our slipstream. That's going to allow him to pick up a little bit extra speed and probably close the gap down on us. But we are doing pretty decent into the most important corner of this track as we completely whiff it right there. Though, thankfully to the rest of the competitors, they're going to keep kind of all punched up in the back right there. And this is what we want, right? We want them to squabble back and forth. It gives us the ability to have some breathing room to lose a little time. We can see a couple of them have picked up pretty significant penalties already. A 2 and a 3 and nearly 4-second penalty coming out of those followers behind us. And that's exactly what we want to see. But Squab has done very well to break away in that final corner from the rest of them. And well, that is not going to be good news for me, because like we said, he was a lot quicker, a lot more consistently quicker than we were in practice. So, well, the only thing we can do is get our head down and try to drive like our life depends on it. As we come into, once again, that most important corner down here. Haven't quite figured out it. We do a bit better of a job right here, but we can see just how much more speed Squab is able to carry in. We get into the gravel a little bit there, and that doesn't bode well for us, as we can see once again Squab consistently taking large chunks out of us as we make these corners. He is someone who is carrying just more speed through each and every corner, and well, I'm not going to contest him on that. I'll let him absolutely right by. He's going to be the faster car. No need to fight it right here, as we're going to try to brake early, perform the old switcheroo as one does. We get the better drag out of the corner right here, take back the lead, but Squab going to be in that slipstream once again. And well, this is such a long straightaway right here that that slipstream is going to be incredibly powerful and going to let him just inch by. And once Squab is by here, and we're in what has been consistently our weakest corner, he's going to dive on the inside. We try to do the switcheroo again, but we just put in too much brake, and well, there goes that. Squab going to drive out into the distance, and that's pretty much all there is to say about this race. We're going to end up coming home second, but most importantly, taking our first podium in Forza Motorsport. And well, I certainly enjoyed it. Let me know if you enjoyed this style of video. Let me know down in the comments below. If you like it, hit the like button, hit the subscribe button, and I hope you have a fantastic rest of your day. See ya.